and welcome to Cutscenes and Cupcakes, the podcast.
Woot, woot.
You probably weren't expecting this, hence the bonus episode part of this. We just kind of wanted to do a fun little surprise episode because guess what? Today is our 2-year anniversary!
Hooray! Happy anniversary, guys!
And happy Halloween!
Yay!
It's crazy that we've been doing this for 2 full years.
I thought you were going to say something else besides full.
Why would you think that?
I don't know. It's the day.
We just had to mark our last episode explicit because of me. So we've been doing this for 2 full years. And we thought that was something that should be celebrated.
Yeah.
With cake and cupcakes and video games.
I wish we had cake or cupcakes. I did have a jack-o'-lantern pizza for dinner.
Oh, I need to get one of those.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
P-Murphs?
Yes. Papa Murphy's.
Nice.
Is that a Utah thing?
No, they're all around.
Yeah, I think they're all around.
Oh, yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah.
If you want to, let us know.
Yeah.
We could change our name to Cutscenes and Pizza because we eat a lot of pizza.
Cutscenes and Papa Murphy's.
Cutscenes and za.
Za.
I hate that so much. Like, I don't know why, but I just really hate it.
Do people actually say that?
I don't know.
I think they do to be ironic, but they don't say it to be serious unless they're like really obnoxious humans.
Maybe.
Those type of people.
But yeah, we just wanted to come on here and just kind of have just like a chat, and just kind of talk about the past 2 years and just kind of how far we've come and maybe talk about some, good memories or just fun little like anecdotes from the past couple years regarding our podcast. And also just to say thank you so much to everybody. Yes. Like,
thanks
seriously, a big thank you, which I'm going to put a big fat banner on here.
Ooh, yes.
So 2 years of podcasting, 77 episodes.
Well, 78, including this one.
Whoa. Wow.
That's crazy, you guys. That's like you can almost say like each of that is an hour, because even though our mini-sodes are like half an hour, like the time we put into them and then like all of our collabs and stuff like that, like I think it balances out,
Yeah, that's like over 3 days worth of podcasts from just us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And there's like a statistic that most 50% of podcasts fail or don't make it to their 7th episode. And then like 75% of podcasts never get to like their 15th or 20th episode.
Dang.
So we're like breaking barrier. Well, okay, we're not breaking
barriers. We are the first podcast to get to this episode, and it feels so good.
I mean, you heard about us first last episode from us, so we can also be breaking barriers for this too.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, our first episode was Bioshock.
That was rocky. Like listening back on it. But like, I also don't want to go back and change anything about it because like, if people can listen to that episode and keep going, even though it was just kind of rough, like it's good content, obviously, because Bioshock is an amazing game. But like, if people can just like, understand that sometimes a podcast's first episode is not always, it's not a good indicator of the rest of the podcast most of the time.
Oh, right. Like, we all know people who are just wanting to start a podcast or just first started a podcast, and they're so concerned about their tech and their microphones. Like, that's always the first question people ask is like, what kind of microphone? Which is an important question. But even if you go back and listen to like MFM's first episode,
oof,
it's not good. It's not, I mean, the content is fine. The audio itself, not great. So I always think about that. Like, if MFM, one of the most popular podcasts in the world, can start off where we started off, where does that mean we can go?
Exactly.
Ooh.
So we just hope that like people can be forgiving and just realize that like we feel like we've really grown and just gotten better. I know that maybe even a little bit in between. I know we kind of got a little annoying with some ads too, but
we went through phases.
We tried to monetize. You can't blame us. We like money.
Yeah.
It's true. Podcoin back when that was a thing and that tanked and that just,
Maybe we'll have to do for season 4 or maybe season 5 a redo of Bioshock. Not to redo it, but like Bioshock 3 years later.
Ooh, yeah.
A playthrough 3 years later.
Ooh.
We could do that with all of our content, and then we wouldn't have to buy more games. I'm just kidding. I would never
recycle everything.
Why play new games when we can just recycle our content?
Yeah.
That's what you're here for, right?
I actually had that thought the other day about Detroit Become Human. Like, I'm serious. I'm like, I want to talk about that game again.
Mm-hmm.
That game has a lot of replayability where it's not going to be the same over and over again.
It really does. Do you guys remember how nervous we were, like, to talk to the mic first episode?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was just me. Yeah.
Was first episode, did we record that at Lindsay's house?
I remember doing it at your house at one point, but we had to redo it because the audio was like not great. I can't remember which one was the final one. But I remember being really nervous. And you guys, like, this is why you should start a podcast. You get so good at public speaking. Like, especially like if you do conventions or, get involved in your community, get involved with other podcasts. Like, you find yourself getting more and more confident in your speaking abilities, which my Englishing is not great. So like... Yeah, like it's pretty amazing, and it feels really good that like I'm not scared to talk to my best friends anymore because the microphone is in the room.
Yeah, well, and that's like one of my favorite things that this podcast has done is taken us to conventions, even creating our own convention. And weirdly enough, even though it's like all virtual and online, we've met some really amazing people through podcasting.
Mm-hmm. And I think one of the things that we learned quite quickly actually from the beginning is that podcasting it's community, not competition. Yeah. And I feel like that gave me a lot more motivation to keep this going and also to be networking with other podcasters. And like Steph said, like we've made a lot of really great connections and friends by doing this from people all over the world. All over the world. Like seriously, we have fans like that have reached out to us through social media that live in England and some in Australia. Like, it's amazing.
And around the US too, like places we've never been.
Oh yeah.
And places we'll probably never go. Like, sorry, Alabama. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, JK Games.
I would totally go to Alabama, but like yeah, it is just amazing, like the community we found and the new friends.
Well, and even the community that we found right here locally in Salt Lake, around this area, like we formed this, like we helped form this like female podcasting community. One person was a little more on, like she was a little more on top of things.
Love you, Adrian.
Yeah, I'm like, are we gonna do some shout outs here?
Yeah, we'll shout out Adrian.
Yeah, because Adrian is awesome. Like really, she was the one who really got our Salt Lake Lady Podcasters group like up and going and kept it going.
Yeah.
And we met monthly, especially obviously before the pandemic.
Before COVID,
we met in person and it was actually so much fun. Because we got together and we just like discussed ideas for our podcasts and maybe some marketing ideas, social media, equipment, just helping each other out and giving each other honest and real feedback as well.
And it was super awesome because they're not like gaming pop. I mean, there were a couple pop culture like Harry Potter podcasts, but it's not like they were gaming podcasts. They were all different types of podcasts, which we love our pop culture podcast, but it's super awesome to have like a diverse group of people, diverse group of interests, because that's kind of what podcasting is. It's not, I mean, I listen to a whole lot of true crime, but I mean, when you listen to podcasts, you find things that interest you. I've listened to a lot of self-help podcasts. I've listened to a lot of true crime podcasts. I've listened to a lot of parenting podcasts. I've listened to like grief podcasts. Like that's what podcasting is. Like one of my favorite things about podcasting is you can find an episode about almost anything you're interested in.
It's true.
And so to have a group of people who have diverse podcasts has been super cool.
And
absolutely.
It's just been such like a great help. You know, when we really like, we're grateful. We really are. We're so grateful for it. And
we love our Lady Pod Squad.
Yeah. And also by doing like conventions and, also again, with that social media networking that we did, like we actually came to find our current podcast network, Stolen Droids, you know, and like, I don't know about you guys, but like I feel like we really are one big family. Like we're friends with each other. You know what I mean? Like it's not just like, oh, hey, we just happen to like do podcasts together, but no, it's like we have like a Slack channel and people will go on and comment about something. And it's just, we just joke around and just like, we have fun with each other, you know? It's a good
true.
time.
One time I told Jake that I thought he was the dad of the group. And I think he just ignored me. I don't know if he liked that so much. I kind of think he's like the one in charge.
Or Zon's on.
Little Zon's on.
He's a little bit more of the dad of the group, I'd say. And maybe Jake's the fun uncle, or maybe vice versa. Maybe Jake's the dad and Zon's the fun uncle.
They're both dads, and then Colin is like our older, wiser brother.
Do we have two dads in Stolen Droids?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. But no, we really have enjoyed being a part of this network. It's not even just about like joking around and having a good time. Like we actually like
learn things from them.
You know, they help
us out a whole lot.
We help them out. Like, I'm actually really happy to be a part of the Stolen Droids podcast. You know, so it's just a really good time to just like talk about random pop culture topics with those guys, you know, so it's a good time. And I think we were all just like really sad that the Salt Lake FanX wasn't happening this year because of COVID. And so that's why like Stephanie was like, hey, we can do this virtually. And so everybody just like jumped right on it. We're like, okay, let's make this happen. And we did. And it was awesome. And I don't think honestly, like, I mean, I want to obviously give us some credit, but I don't think we could have pulled that off without them.
Definitely not.
Not to that scale, at least. Like, I think we could have done something, but not to that scale.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely, like, my first idea was just to do our own, like, one panel.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have done that, but a whole week's worth of panels? No.
And multiple panels a day. Like, yeah it was great.
It was so much fun. And like, just to give a further shout out to Stolen Droids, like if you guys haven't listened to the Stolen Droid podcast or any of our other sister podcasts, or brother podcasts.
Stolen Droids, movies that make us multi-plane.
Yes.
I'm not missing any,
I know we're missing one. What's that new one?
Oh, the new one that's a secret project?
Yeah, we can't.
No, not that one.
You can go to stolendroids.com. Yeah. I put the website down there below.
Yeah, go check them out.
go check that out, and you can also see our cute faces. I mean, we also have our own website too. I'll just put both down there.
For our listeners, it's stolendroids.com or cutscenesandcupcakes.com.
Yes, thanks.
I don't think we're missing any. I went to the website.
Okay, I'm probably just on crack cocaine then. It's fine. No, not today.
Oh, okay.
I work at a rehab, so it's actually pretty terrible if I was. Because, that's just not good.
Oh, man. Yeah, I was like listening back to some of our earlier episodes, especially when I was prepping some of those clips that we included on our social media over the last couple months. And it was really fun to just go back and listen. Like, yeah, some of them are kind of rocky, but it was just kind of fun to like think back and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like, that was actually really fun and interesting conversation. And like, and it was 2 years ago. Like, I think guys, maybe we should do like recycle some games or something, because like there's so many, like even like God of War, because I recently replayed it and I just had such a different perspective playing it the second time. So I don't know, maybe we'll do some like recycling or something at some point. Maybe
since so many sequels are coming out, we should do like a series of like a new God of War is coming out. We start with the old God of War, do the next God of War.
We could.
I'd be thrilled to do some like recycle replay.
There's supposedly a new Bioshock supposed to be coming out. Oh, did you guys know? Like, just 2020 is a garbage pit of fire and death and destruction.
Yeah.
I did know that.
Merriam-Webster added irregardless to the dictionary this year.
No!
That is such a Lindley word. My mom uses irregardless all the time.
Irregardless. That's like, no. Major bastardization of the English language. But you know what? That's what the English language is, so.
It is. Oh, and I like, I'm like jumping right back onto our podcast. But,
this is how Stephanie is. We come really to appreciate it.
How this episode is. We're just like all over the place.
Irregardless. And then that's your segue. So continue.
I really liked when we started branching out on a few other things and did our side missions, our schmissions.
That is true.
And we started talking about smaller games because like the Goose game, that doesn't need a full 45-minute episode.
Yeah.
But it definitely is worth mentioning because the Goose game is freaking fantastic.
It's true.
Same with Overcooked.
Yes.
Or Human Fall Flat. Yeah, Maneater.
Goat Simulator.
Yeah, no, they're
all quality games, but don't need 45 minutes to talk about. No. And then we started doing a couple other like fandoms, because as much as we play games, we also probably watch TV as much, if not more, and eat as much, if not more. Do other things, eat, gaming, and video games are probably my top 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I also care for my child, but
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, and of course we got to mention our role-playing games. We did a Dungeons and Dragons where we actually recorded ourselves live playing it. So there were 2 episodes worth, and we did that. That was a year ago. We did that, you guys.
Oh, that was fun.
That's so fun.
That seems like it was just like earlier this year. But so we did that, and then we also paired up with the Of Dice and Dames girls, who were now level 1 geek. We did it's another tabletop role playing system called Pathfinder. And so we did that as well, and we were guests on their channel, and did just like
so fun.
It was
a blast.
Well, and it kind of inspired us to start our own Pathfinder campaign, and Steph's husband is our game master.
Our GM.
Yeah, we've only done one session of that so far. I think we're going to get back into it here soon, but it's just, there's so many different types of games out there. Like, we obviously, like, we love video games, but we also really like the role-playing games, the TTRPGs. So I think it relates to, we can totally include them.
We also have done a couple episodes on board games. Like, I know for sure we did
House on Haunted Hill Betrayal.
Yes.
The title that we play it all the time, but we still just can't get that title down.
Maybe next season we'll have to do another like a top 5 board games game or episode.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Because I'm looking at my board games right now.
Oh,
and there's some good ones.
That is true. I know. I want to play that. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I have several.
I really want to play that House of Danger game again. That would be really
yeah.
fun. I keep like seeing it at the store, and I'm like, I really want to play this, but I'm like, I don't want to buy it. I just want to play stuff.
I want to play it
again with them. I want to play it with them. Oh man. What else?
And now, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just saying, what else have we done these past 2 years?
Well, and now we're tapping into streaming a lot more.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
look, I have a thing. Yay!
Oh yeah.
Huzzah!
Is what we're going to be spending a lot of time doing on our off season. We haven't decided when we're coming back. January or February, probably.
We'll play it by ear, so just stay tuned. Follow us on our social media so that you can keep up to date on announcements, please.
We'll keep super active on social medias.
And you guys can watch us play the games we're going to review next season.
Yes.
How cool is that? So go to Cutscenes Pod. That's our Twitch handle. Twitch.tv/cutscenes pod. If you want to participate and come join the chat.
And if you want to subscribe, that's also great because
that's accepted.
We're Twitch affiliates now, and we
might eventually play Cyberpunk if that game ever comes out.
Yeah.
Ooh. And we might play. We want to play Little Hope.
Yes.
I mean, we've talked a lot about Until Dawn and Man of Medan, and Little Hope is the next one in that kind of family. And you'll have to go back and listen to our
our Man of Medan episode.
Listen to both of them because Until Dawn is a fantastic, wonderful horror game. Which is funny to say because, like, is horror really, like, fantastic and wonderful? But it's a great game. But Man of Medan?
Not so much.
Maybe you should just go listen to our episode and find out for yourself what we thought.
I do like that, like, our first episodes, we kind of did some of our favorite games. Like, we did Bioshock, we did Detroit, Until Dawn, Injustice, God of War, Journey, Wolf Among Us. These are some really good games. The Last of Us, Super Smash Brothers, Fortnite, Superman or Spider-Man, Uncharted, Red Dead. Okay, so we did like heavy
a lot of games
at the beginning of season one. And then we started branching out to games that we haven't played and games that we didn't like. And I think that those are some of the most interesting episodes, actually, where we actually start like not bashing on games, but being honest about games, giving honest opinions about games that weren't so awesome.
Well, and I feel like that, like it's totally fair to do that because oftentimes when we start a game, we don't know if we're gonna like it or not. You know, I mean, I think especially like back to Man of Medan, I think last year we were really excited for that one because we had played Until Dawn and we're like, wow, great, you know, and we had really high expectations, but then Man of Medan did not meet those expectations. So you know, and we still reviewed it. We still gave our, you know, thoughts about it, and I feel like we still had a good time playing it. Fun jokes and stuff that came out of that night, but
there's so much talk about how like these kids these days, they're just playing games and like it's such a social thing. Like even people who are like playing Fortnite alone in their base, I mean, that's a super stereotype. I'll throw that out there. But like they're probably on headphones talking to other people across the country. And yes, maybe they might be assholes and like bashing people across the country. But it isn't just like this whole weirdo who doesn't know how to talk people type of thing. Gaming is a social thing.
It
really is though. Like I feel like I have to remind my mom about that like all the time. Because I recently finally just got a job. I've been unemployed for 3 months. Yay! And so like my mom made the comment and she's like, oh yeah, like it'll be good for you to get back into working full time so you're not just playing video games all day. And I'm like,
Like, screw you, Mom.
I'm like, is that really what you think I do all the time, Mom? I'm like, I maybe play video games like
with people.
And when I'm playing games, it's with people. It's always like for social reasons too. You know,
even if it's not like I don't know, like even if it's not with other people, it's still a healthy hobby. Like,
oh, definitely.
And
I mean, yeah, there is a balance that you need to have, but that's like with everything in life. And like, I don't know, how cool is it that like even me, the like introvert of introverts, made a friend in Canada who just because he mentioned Mass Effect on the Division, like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, like he, you know, he like stayed the night at my place and crashed on my couch while he was riding through town. Like, it was so cool. Like, gaming has brought me so much.
It's so funny because my business partner's family plays Overwatch a lot. And so all the time her sister-in-laws and their husbands will come in for massages, and she'll always be working on her sister-in-laws. And then her brother-in-laws I'll be working on because they'll do couples massages, and they'll be like, and she'll always be like, so Steph is into gaming. And then all the brother-in-laws will start talking to me about gaming.
That's wonderful.
It's so funny because they're like, oh, it's just funny. I don't think they think it of me because, I don't know, maybe massage therapist doesn't come off as a gamer. But it is one of those things where you're like, oh my gosh, you like this game? I like this game. Let's talk about this game. I had this cute girl that I work with at the spa I work at. And she's like, so I've been playing Dark Souls with my son. I'm like, that's amazing.
Oh my god,
that is amazing.
It was so cute. Wow. She's like this. She's like my mom's age. She's so cute. I love her.
Dark Souls is like one of those like stupid hard games too.
Yeah. She's like, I think I'm really into it. I'm like, that's so cool. You should keep playing it.
That's wonderful. But like stories like that make me so happy.
It's really cute.
So like how cool is it that we combined two of our favorite things, well, three of our favorite things, which is like video games, podcasting, and food, and made it into one thing. Like, it's awesome. It makes me so happy.
I think we've talked about the conception of cutscenes and cupcakes before.
Yeah.
But we really wanted to talk. We really just wanted, well, we wanted to start a podcast, and we were like, what kind of podcast should we start? And it just worked out that this was something that we all do together and all have a good time doing together. So why not talk about it? And there's interest in it. There's a platform. I don't know what word I'm looking for. A niche. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it was fun too when we were trying to come up with the name. I remember we were sitting, we went to lunch. We had like our first like podcast meeting.
Yes.
And we were trying to come up with names, and Lindsay had the idea that she's like, well, we should do something with alliteration. And so we were trying to come up with different things. Do you guys want to share the one that we all did?
Teabags and tiaras.
I think that's adorable. It reminds me of
I remember wanting something. I wanted something like gamer girly, you know? And then I was just like, yeah, tiaras are girly, and so are
yeah, this is probably a better fit for us.
I think so.
Although I have had the desire to teabag douchebags while playing games a few times.
Stephanie.
I know, but when people are a-holes, you're like, you deserve this.
Well,
take what's coming to you.
I have to say,
and like it.
There've been some really funny moments from when we've been playing Dead by Daylight and like streaming it. I think there's a clip. I think I saved a clip of it actually, or maybe it was on. Was it on our channel? Maybe I'll have to go and look. But there was a really funny one where there was this really dumb killer that we were trying to get away from. And we were all going through the exit, but the killer kind of like messed up or something. Like he like ran into the wall. And then like you see like Jason's character like going back and being like teabag, 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 and then like run. And it was so funny though. Like,
oh my gosh.
There's a time and a place, I think, when it's humorous. Other times it's just like, are you kidding me? Like, really?
Sometimes I'm like, this is like sexual assault.
Yeah, but all the other times when it's not humorous.
Right.
I don't know.
When it's happening to you. But when you do it, it's awesome.
I take back everything I just said.
Anyways, we went with cutscenes and cupcakes instead of that one.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to have these kinds of conversations.
I do still think it's kind of funny. So
Funny.
yeah, I'm really glad that we did this, guys. Thank you for coming on this 2-year journey with me.
And we're not done.
No, we are definitely not
We're
done.
just getting started, world.
I'm really excited to see what next season brings us, because there's some cool things going on for us.
Mm-hmm.
Stolen Droids is like kind of gearing up to do some awesome things that we will be part of.
Oh yeah.
There's a secret project that Lindsay is a part of. That's really exciting.
Yay!
RemoteCon 2 is coming up in March.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Super stoked about that.
And we might be going to Denver Pop Culture Con.
Mm-hmm. So
it still is happening.
Here's hoping, not that, for Cutscenes and Cupcakes 2020 has been great. I will take it. But here's hoping 2021 leads to more things and more in people type things.
I think it will, because honestly, like, each season we build up momentum and do new and exciting things,
Mm-hmm.
So, and like, we have more people and more network and more access to things that we never even dreamed we would have.
2 years ago? Definitely not. We were fine if, like, at that point 2 years ago, like, we're like, oh my gosh, you guys, we have 10 listens on this episode, and we're just like, wow, this is amazing. Most of them are probably us, but that's okay.
Most of them are Lindsay just obsessively replaying the one episode so she can hear her dumb laugh.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, we are so excited. We think we'll have like more guests on, more things to talk about. If you guys have any ideas for us, you need to send us a message. Oh, didn't mean to tap that, but there we go. Send us a message on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, maybe a Gmail if you want to send us a Gmail.
I like how every episode this season we've been pandering for an email.
No one's done it yet.
No one's done it yet.
Someone just email us, please.
We're going to open up our spam someday, and there's going to be so many fan emails.
It'll just be like random messages. Like, it'll be like, hey, how are you? Or, hey, because one time we asked, how are you? And yeah.
Here is your email.
Oh, I'm stoked. I'm amazed that we made it. I was about to say 20 years.
I mean, in life, yes, we did make it past 20 years, and that is amazing. In podcast, 2 is pretty great.
Yes.
Well, and like, there's so many great games coming out too, you guys. Like, that's the fun thing about having this podcast, is that we're never short of content. I think the only thing that might hold us up is just making the time to play these games so that we can give you guys a really good, like, review. I mean, there might be some that we might have half-assed, but you know what? We're not going to tell you which ones. You just have to just trust us.
Whatever. You always, like, say what ones we half-assed, Marley. I'm, like, ready to lie about it and just be like, yeah, we did what we needed to. And
then you'll be like, it's time for the truth.
To be honest, we didn't finish this game.
Marley. We didn't like the game. If it was one we didn't like, why would we play the whole thing?
But that's one of the reasons for taking a break too, is so we have time to play games. Because we don't like half-assing episodes.
No. And actually, while we have been talking, I have a notebook next to me, and I'm like been thinking like, oh yeah, this game comes out next year, and I'm just kind of jotting them down so that way we can like keep track. Maybe I'll just, for fun little, like, to get you guys excited, I'll share them with you real quick. The ones that
Bugsnax.
Bugsnax.
That wasn't on the list. Do you want me to add it?
Yes.
I'll put it under side missions.
Little Nightmares is one that I've been told we should play.
Can I read my list and then you guys can add,
Yes.
and then we'll add to it?
Fine.
Okay. Cyberpunk.
Yes.
Little Hope.
Yes.
Avengers. We need to do Avengers.
Oh yeah.
That's my fault. I will 100% take accountability for that.
Ghost of Tsushima. We need to actually do a real episode on it because we did do like a first impressions, but I want to play it.
I do too.
And Spiderman Miles Morales.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sackboy.
What else comes out next year?
Do you know
Sackboy?
what? We need to do a side episode on Tony Hawk.
I'm okay with
that. Do we
though?
Yes! It's a big deal. Tony Hawk is such a classic game for the PlayStation.
Is that one I can half-ass?
Yes. I mean, you've already played it, technically.
No, I haven't. I mean, yeah, I've played it.
Little Nightmares looks creepy as hell.
I don't know this one. I don't know anything about that one.
I sent you guys a video of it. So apparently,
if we get that Mass Effect remaster, can we add Mass Effect 1 to the list?
Yes.
Yeah. What else comes out next year? Do we get what about God of War?
God of War.
Does that come out next year, or is it just?
I thought it was
just
2021. Yeah.
I think
don't worry. Hitman 3 comes out.
Finally.
Oh, Horizon 2 is supposed to come out next year.
That's a good one.
So you guys, we have some really these are some really awesome games coming up, and I'm really excited to cover them.
Maybe we should start tapping into Far Cry, the Far Cry series, because Far Cry 6 comes out. Okay, I've only played New Hope or New Dawn, and it wasn't great, so I have to know if it gets better.
I've watched Far Cry 4 be played.
Oh.
And played parts of New Dawn.
Gotham Knights comes out.
We can maybe try it. It depends on if Far Cry 6 goes along with the story or if it's just a standalone. Oh, is there a new Fallout game coming out? We haven't done Fallout.
I don't know, but the Lord of the Rings Gollum game is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So,
what is Bethesda up to? They're not doing Elder Scrolls for a while.
Well, they're moving over to Xbox, remember?
Right. That's right.
You guys, we should do an Elder Scrolls Online.
I'm fine with that.
We should get Steph to play just a little bit more and actually do some cool things with it. Like the dungeons are actually way fun and you would like them a lot, Steph. So yeah, we should do Elder Scrolls Online, definitely.
Okay. Bethesda was in one of my dreams one time.
As the villain.
Bethesda. Anyways, thanks for letting us do our research while we're recording this podcast.
Welcome to the Cutscenes and Cupcakes planning episode.
We're on top of things.
2021.
Woo!
It's gonna be great.
No,
what were you gonna say?
We've come a long ways in the last 2 years, and
we got so far to go.
Yeah, we're just really excited to keep going, and just we've got this momentum, and we want to be able to keep going. But that's why we got to do these breaks in between seasons, and just get excited again for these new games that are coming out, because we don't want to get burned out. You guys don't want us to get burned out, so we're really excited.
Did we let the SD guys know that we were doing a break? Or did they just find out via our podcast episode?
I told them.
Okay.
I told them, but I think they might have missed it. Because then, when I just told them, a couple days ago again, they're like, oh, I didn't know. And I'm like,
you're taking a break?
I told you this already. I did.
I guess we should have checked with them.
We'll talk about it on our meeting next week.
Oh,
those guys are great.
They are.
Yeah, don't fire us from your network. Anyways, you guys, thank you. Oh, there you go. Thank you for listening to us. We might still do this if we didn't have any listeners. Because we like to talk to each other. But it makes it a lot more fun to have listeners and to feel like we're actually talking to other humans and not just to each other. Because I can talk to these yahoos whenever I want to.
I think that you have to schedule your talks with me, Stephanie. But it's okay.
I know. I did cancel one of our talks tonight, so I'm sorry
You did,
about that.
but Gustav informed me, and we'll reschedule with you shortly.
Yeah, Roy let Gustav know, and then made me a stiff drink.
Anyway,
so
again, we're just gonna say it again. Please, like during this break when we're not releasing new episodes, like we're gonna be on Twitch. We're gonna be streaming. You'll see each of our faces. You know, we're gonna take turns, so you won't just see me. Even though I know you guys all want to. You'll see Steph, you'll see Lindsay. We're gonna play. We're gonna try to have like a good variety of games, or maybe we'll just keep playing the same ones. Who knows? just watch us. Again, that's at twitch.tv/cutscenespod.
Keep up on our social media. We'll be very active there as well.
Oh yeah, we'll still be posting. We'll still be gramming and tweetering.
And if you miss our beautiful voices, you can listen to our old episodes.
Yeah, there are 78 of them.
78.
Okay, this has been fun. I'm so glad that we did this little bonus episode, and we hope you guys liked it too. If you have any fun memories or moments or favorite episodes from the past couple years of ours that you enjoyed, let us know. Again, email us.
Or put it on the social medias.
Also, happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Because this is dropping Halloween Day.
If you haven't listened to any of our spooky series episodes, now you have something to do today.
Yes. You could also go listen to Aaron Mankey talk because he's doing Halloween stuff.
Oh, I started that new one.
So excited.
Or you could go see Hocus Pocus because it's playing in a lot of movie theaters.
Or you can watch other Disney Halloween movies like I'm going to do with my boyfriend. We're going to watch Halloween Town.
I love Halloween Town. We watched that with Aria.
Oh, yeah.
It's
and
so
we're going to carve
good.
Anyway,
oh,
good times.
Well, until next time, why don't you grab a friend
and eat some cupcakes.
Play some video games, guys. That's what we'll be doing.
We'll see you in season 4.
Coming at you soon.
Goodbye.
How do I end this again? Oh, yeah.
This has been a Stolen Droids Media production.